Hi everybody, welcome to my channel. My name is Dennis. So I have had a motherboard, two of them, both Tomahawks, one with Wi-Fi, one without, that have stopped working. And the second one just stopped working without knowing why. I spent months trying to diagnose it, trying to find out what was wrong, all that kind of good stuff. It really came down to the basics. I will show you in this video what I did, steps I went through. I tested everything, trust me. And what the final result was. And you'll get to see how the system looks now that it's up and running. And hope it helps somebody out in case you're having this same problem. Okay, so this is a system that I had put the 5800X in, 5800X 3D. I got a CPU warning. Now before, it actually still booted up because it switched to another warning. So I don't know really what's going on, but I thought if it could be a CPU because maybe it doesn't like the 5000 series and I have to upgrade the BIOS, even though I tried to do that differently. I actually purchased a Ryzen 5 3600, which is this one right here. All right. And we're going to install that in the hope that it will be recognized. And then once it's recognized, it will boot up. And then I can get in and update the BIOS for the better CPU. If in fact, hopefully there's nothing wrong with the CPU itself. And this will let me do it. I gotta say, this is one of the advantages of working with the AM5. Is that you don't run into these kind of issues because you don't have the pins to worry about anymore. Now, I have no issues with any damage to the pins, but you never know. Sometimes things can happen. There we go. Okay, so that's in there. I'm just going to push this down, and I'll reapply our thermal paste, put our cooler back on, start it up, and hopefully everything will be good. And then we'll move on and do a BIOS update and all that kind of good stuff. So this is just one of the troubleshooting methods I'm trying to see if I can fix this system. So we'll be back in a bit. Once I got everything back on there again, hopefully we'll boot up without any issues. Okay, well, apparently that CPU was bad. Now, I've never ever seen that happen before. Sorry, I haven't proved this bad. What I've proven is the 3600X boots up right away. So it looked like both of the 5600 and 5800X 3D I had in there before were bad. But I do not believe that's the case. This one booted up right away, went right to the BIOS, everything was come up perfectly the way you expect it to. So first thing I'm going to do now is I'm going to update the BIOS. And hopefully, after I do that, everything will be copacetic. I can put those CPUs back in, and everything will be good to go. So that is my next step. So I know the graphics card was already good. I know the memory was already good. CPU cooler is brand new. Likelihood of that being bad. And even with the CPU light coming on, something was indicating there was something wrong. So all I've done, I've gone and bought a new 3000 series CPU, put it in there, and what is proven to me now is that the motherboard, even though it was newer, for whatever reason the BIOS did not like that CPU. So once I do an update on the BIOS, hopefully I'll be able to put that back in there and everything will work. So next step is updating the BIOS. So stay tuned and we're going to do that. Okay, so I am doing the M-Flash. So basically download your file from your BIOS file from the website, put it in if you have the M-Flash feature, which I do on this computer. You're going to click the M-Flash button in the BIOS and it's going to reboot your system. You're going to pick your file and then this is going to come up. And it's going to lock your mouse and keyboard and you're going to be able to see that it's updating from version 2.40 to version 2.B1. Now normally I don't do beta, but I've found it's usually worked for me in the past, so I'm taking a chance. Usually you want to go with the most stable version when you do this, but since I thought I had a dead motherboard and everything anyway, I'm just going to take a chance. So this will finish. Hopefully when it's all said and done, I'll be good to go to put the other CPU in there, but at least we're going to go for now and let this finish itself up. Now, just in case you're wondering, the E7C91 AMS is the version that I got that it's updating. All right, and it is the Mag B550 Tomahawk Max Wi-Fi. So now if you get the wrong BIOS and you update it with the wrong BIOS, you may have bricked your motherboard. You may have serious issues and it may never work again. So be aware. Do your research. Check your motherboard. Don't just check the box. Check the motherboard itself and see that it is actually what the box says, because sometimes there are revisions and stuff like that. So you want to make sure that you get the correct one, because like I say, using the wrong one will cause you serious problems. Okay, so it's almost done. It's at 95%. And soon what's going to wind up happening is it's going to reboot the system one more time. So it's 100% done. Yay. That usually means it's fixed. Everything's good to go. It's going to boot up. It is going to tell you to go into the BIOS. Hit the delete key, but since I don't have an operating system on here, it's going to go into the BIOS anyway. And at least then we're going to be able to verify everything is as it should be. And don't be worried if it takes a little bit for it to boot up. It is a normal process for it to take a little bit. Whereas before, I couldn't get it to boot up at all. All right? So these are the things you're going to see. All right? Now, we're going to look. There's our BIOS version. .2B1, dated the 30th of September 2025, which is 2 years newer than what was on there before. Now, I will be able to go reboot, do everything the way I want to. Obviously, this date is wrong, but we can fix that when we do the install and everything. I'll be able to put the other CPU in, and we should be good to go. And I'm going to keep this 3000 series CPU around, because you never know down the road, this might happen again. Usually I find when I buy a B550 and even later versions, even though I'm now starting to move to the AM5 instead of the AM4, but I had a couple AM4s left. That's why I continued to use them until they're gone, so I'm not wasting a serious amount of cash. Yeah, and everything is good. So I'll come back in a little bit once I've replaced the CPU once again with the newest one, and then we'll see what happens. So you can see the system is up and working, but it took a lot to get it this way. First, I started with a 3600X, managed to get it to recognize everything seemed okay. Then, after I knew it was booting up, thought everything was okay, turns out it would not accept the 5000 series. Then I put the 3600X back in, wouldn't accept that anymore either. So I delved further into this. Turns out this motherboard has only one good memory slot. And because of that, the other memory sticks were preventing it from starting up. So now it's still got the 3600 in it, but that's because by the time I changed it back and realized it was the memory, well, I just haven't switched it back yet. Maybe I won't. I'm kind of fed up, to be honest. But of all the stuff I did, CPUs, graphics cards, literally everything, it turned out to be memory slots. And the worst part is, this isn't the only computer that I've had that with. It's the MSI Mag B550 Tomahawk Max Wi-Fi. And silly me, I bought two of them. And the other one's the exact same thing. So if you happen to have this motherboard, I'm not saying that they're all like this, but they may have had a batch that could be bad, or just something happened when I was here, but it's unlikely I did the same thing twice, but it's possible. But if you're having issues where you just can't boot up, or it boots up randomly, or whatever the case might be, start switching your memory out till you get the one that works. All right, just something to be aware of. Because now you can see I'm starting to install files, everything's booting up, and it's all going to be good to go. So I wanted to show you this one more time. The system is up and running. I have now switched it out for a better CPU. So let's show you that right here. All right, so you can see it right there. I'm now running the Ryzen 7 5800X 3D. It's only got 8 gig of memory, but I will up that to 16, so at least it's adequate. Put in a better graphics card and everything is good to go. So memory was the issue, so now I have hopes that I'll be able to fix the other motherboard as well. So hope that'll help you out. All right, everybody, so that's the video. A lot of troubleshooting, a lot of going back and forth. A couple things happened. Number one of the memory sticks was bad. That did not help in the process of trying to check, because I checked the memory first, one stick at a time. Unfortunately, I checked it with the wrong stick, the one that did not work. So if you ever start doing this, save yourself some time. Unlike what I did, check each memory stick individually in each slot till you find out what's going on. As you saw in this video, I had only one slot working. Now, whether that was from a short, or have a lot of power outages, it could have been from that, really don't know for sure. But being able to put one stick in there, after checking graphics cards, after checking a lot of things, getting a 3600X to try and update the BIOS, thinking maybe it was a 5000 series, all to boil down to it was a memory problem. And then after that, everything was fine. All right, so keep that in mind. Don't just check one memory stick in each slot and then move on. That's what I did. That's what I did wrong. Check another one. It's a possibility you could have 2 dead sticks, so you might have to go get a third from somebody that you know maybe is using it in their system and everything's working great. That would be ideal if it's possible, but in my case that was not the case. I didn't have that option, so it took me a lot of time to diagnose something that was very simple. So if this video helped you out, give me a big thumbs up. Put it in the comments. Let me know what your experience was. And yeah, tell me what you think of the system itself. And if you're new here, think about subscribing. Hit the bell for notifications. And as always, I appreciate your input and I appreciate your views. Have a good day. Take care.